I'm James Ruskin. I'm from Chocolatey Software, and I'm here to talk briefly about some of the things that Chocolatey for Business can offer you if you're looking to create packages in a vaguely automagical way. And please excuse the terrible phrasing there. We're going to run through a couple of things. We're going to start off with Package Builder, which is essentially a way to just create packages without having to do much by providing an EXE, an MSI, or any kind of installer, really. And we'll get kind of best guess attempts at what you need out of that, including a little bit of analysis of potential parameters you can pass in. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover Package Internalizer, which is a method for taking Chocolatey packages that are on the Chocolatey community repository, where we have, as you may know, some 10, 11,000 packages, and bring it down onto your system with all of the external dependencies, the binaries, the other packages available, so you can then push it into your internal repository and control that yourself. And we're going to cover very briefly package sync, which allows you, in theory, to take things that have been installed by users or other folk on your systems and bring them in under the management of Chocolatey so that you can then start updating and making sure things are as you expect as you go on. So, in probably a record for me on slides, we're going to jump into demos. And that's where we go over here. So to start off, you're probably familiar with, or sorry, just as a show of hands, who's familiar with Chocolatey? And fantastic, okay. And I assume we're probably all familiar roughly with Choco New, which is the quickest way to basically get a package template from one of our standard. Well, that was a bit of muscle memory right there. So basically Choco New is a really quick and easy way to just get a package that you can quickly start to create. So if you wanted to create a package of something, you could just type in Choco New Firefox in this case being the ID of the package that I want to create. And after a second or so, you should see. Oh, I'm sorry, is this visible in the back for everybody? Or would it be better to be made larger? No preferences? Okay. But that's just a really quick and easy way to basically get the layout of a package really quickly. So you've got the standard stuff here. You've got a to-do list full of things that you need to do to make this into a package that will be working. Your tools folder with a Chocolatey install script, uninstall script and before modify script, license verification if you need those sort of things, and just the general layout of everything you need. If you want to get more fancy, you can use something like Package Builder, where you can launch it by typing Package Builder and providing a path to some MSI of some kind. And that should show up with something you started being filled out with the stuff that you want. And so what you can do there, this is one I've filled out slightly more details with earlier, you can start filling out new spec information and the like so that you can have the details on your repository when you need them, and then you can generate your package. You can also optionally include or exclude the various scripts that we've just talked about. And if we pop that into this folder here, then within a second or two, we'll see that that's just running the same thing. And you can actually just use Choco New with a path to a file to get the same effect on the command line. And we should see that we've now got our packed new peg. We'll take votes on how we say that later, which contains the binary and everything else. So you've got that install file, you've got the installer, and if you go inside the Chocolatey install script, we should see that we've identified some parameters that you might be able to pass in, and that's something additional that comes with Chocolatey for Business. So you can see that this is just a basic layout. We're coming in, we are generating our splat for the command that we're going to use, and then we're passing that in with some standard arguments for MSI. Moving on from there, we can talk briefly about Chocolatey Download. And I apologize, I'm probably going too fast. I think I'm way ahead of my time here. And basically, with Chocolatey Download, you can, as we said a minute ago, just quickly download a package. So, for example, if we had the Cloudflare package there, we could just do Choco Download, Cloudflare, and what we'd see there is the basic package, the thing that we're seeing on CCR coming down, available. We'll be able to dive into the files, browse around those in a second. Me hoping I connected to conference Wi-Fi. I did not. Good for me. Apologies. Yep, wrong machine. And with a bit of luck, we'll see that we've got the internet. Brilliant. And then hopefully we'll see that we can do the same thing again. Sorry? Yes, thank you. That's okay. Thank you. So yeah, if we try that again with Choco download Cloudflared, we should see that that will show up this time with some files and a new peg. So yeah, there we go. We've got our new peg, we've got our download, and in there we can actually see all the files that will be within there. But we note that we haven't got any of the binaries. If we try that again in our Internalize folder, then what we should get is the same darn thing, but this time we're going to have pulled in all of the binaries that we're referencing. There's only one in this case. This is a very simple package. But it should basically go grab that, modify the scripts so that everything's pointing to the new internal location, and repack it. So there we go. We have a package being recompiled. That's coming up at a much larger size than the last one. And we can see in here that we've both got our binaries and our script, which has been updated to point at those local paths, which is exactly what we want. As our final quick example, we're going to talk about package sync. So in the example of someone who'd naughtily installed Firefox, we could see that, for example, Choco list with include programs, which I believe is a feature available on the free and open source CLI version, will show us that we have got both Chocolatey and Firefox installed here. Obviously, they're not managed with Chocolatey currently, but if we wanted to run Choco Sync, what we should see is that will bring those into line. It'll create packages so that if you wanted to, you could then start installing those packages from Chocolatey from CCM, which is our Chocolatey Central Management. We'll be going into that more in depth on Wednesday. But we should be able to see now that those packages have been brought in and they're being managed by Chocolatey. So that's about it. Any questions on any of this? Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for coming. If you do have any questions, please come over to the booth or anywhere else, and we'll be happy to chat about anything Chocolatey or otherwise. We've also got a session on Wednesday at 1 p.m. which I'll be going into more of this. Thank you very much. Have a great day.